Now, if you're going to watch a build video, you might as well watch a build video with somebody that actually plays with these players, know how they play, and, watches them in real life as well. Now, as you can see, they're up top 100 play now online. So, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these players and these builds, of course. Because I know how they play on this game. So, I'm going to share with y'all this basketball, this 2K IQ I got, man. So, be sure to like this video. Hit that sub button if you're new. Turn those notifications on so y'all don't miss nothing. Today, we going to dive into Giannis Antetoknounmpo. Now listen, as somebody that plays with the Lakers a lot, I get matched up with the Bucks. Giannis is one of the most overpowered players on this game, simply because he has the height and the speed, which is very, very unique on this game to do whatever he wants. Now his dunk, of course, is ridiculous, 95. Combined with being 6'11 and having speed and the badges that he has, it makes him a force to stop, especially in fast breaks and transition, which is true in real life as well. Giannis in fast break and transition is pretty much unstoppable. He's going to get a bucket. Now, to be that speed on this game, you have 86 speed with ball. That speed with ball, that's not even just speed, is crazy. You can't necessarily create a build like this on 2K because 2K won't let you have that kind of speed at that height and at that weight. At that point, you're almost a demigod. Everybody would have 6'11 speed boosting dribble guys out here if you could do that. Now, this size, and not to mention the length of his arms, and which makes it another thing that adds as well. That adds to his defense. Even though, you know what I'm saying, you might not say he's a lockdown defender, the length of his arms and his size makes him a great defender naturally. So the finishing badges, of course, he has contact finisher, fancy footwork, and relentless finisher Hall of Fame. Three of the most important finishing badges to have Hall of Fame, especially for somebody who likes to attack the basket. And like I said, it makes it overpowered, unstoppable. Now shooting, he doesn't have that many shooting badges. But of course, in the park, you're going to need more than 3 shooting badges. Playmaking, downhill. So keep in mind he already has 90 speed, 86 with ball. Go downhill is the reason why he's blowing past everybody on fast breaks. Because you got to think about it. He's already tall, so when he has that type of speed, that adds to it. Those length, those strides in real life. Takes like 3 steps from half court. He's at the basket for a dunk. Now, of course, 18 defensive badges as well. So all that height and length plus those badges, he's a two-way slashing playmaker. A two-way slashing playmaker. You can't make a two-way slashing playmaker at the power forward position. But listen, today I'm going to show y'all some actual gameplay as well before I show y'all how to make the best Giannis build y'all could possibly make on this game. Now, this is online as well, so don't think this is the computer. I don't sit here wasting my time playing with just against the computer with regular teams for no reason. I play online. I try to move up. I try to get VC off that. Now, you're going to see in transition, the speed he has to blow past everybody, especially when you hit the baseline, and the contact length that he hit is consistent. It is consistent. Not to mention he has the ability to just rise up on you in an animation and get a contact done. Now, anybody that plays 2K for real, we all know the interior defense is kind of suspect. It's really bad at times. So when you already have a player with this kind of badges, this kind of size, and you're bigger than pretty much everybody on the court, your arms are longer than everybody, it's harder to contest the shot. So pretty much every time he touches the ball, it's a mismatch. Unless you have a Kawhi Leonard, a LeBron James, somebody like that, because he's 6'11 with ridiculous speed. So can't nobody guard him. And if you put anybody smaller on him, you can't hold him. He's gonna get past you. He's too strong. He's too big. He's too strong. So look, even when all these people are in the paint, he muscles his way. Easy dunk. He's also one of the easiest people to play with on the game because you can just really run to the basket and then hit X and he's gonna hit a layup, or he's gonna dunk, as long as you got a lane to go. Now, of course, if you're in man-to-man, you don't stand a chance. Now that downhill finisher, that downhill badge, I'm telling you, in transition, it's overpowered. Now, as you can see here, it's in the zone. It does not matter. He's in the zone. Just attack. He's just in the half court set. Nobody's going to touch him. Nobody's going to guard him. And this is all game long. Every game you play with Giannis, this is going to happen, especially in transition, because nobody can touch him. I'm going to be real. He gives me more problems on this game than anybody else, to be honest. More problems than anybody. Now, you see this build right here. Interior force, similar to Giannis Antetoknounmpo. But how is Giannis similar to Brandon Clark and Jason Tatum? He's not. So don't ever really look at that and take that seriously. You know what I mean? Now, to a certain extent, you can. If you make a certain player and that's how you want him to play, you can. And there's different ways you can make this build. And this is the power forward build as well. Let me explain to y'all. This is the power forward 6'11 build. This isn't the only way you can make Giannis come up to have a similar build to Giannis. You know, I put that in quotations because you can also make a paint beast. But as you can see, the speed is a 78 or 79. The driving dunk is an 87, but the layup is a 77. That's kind of low for Giannis. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have a Giannis build, you need to have a good layup. Everything inside needs to be pretty high. And keep in mind that once you get to 99, you're going to get +4. So the dunk will be a 91. So I like to make him a small forward because, you know, Giannis really can play small forward, but they just put him at power forward in the Bucks offense. It works better. Now, there's two ways you can do that. You can go blue-red pie chart or you can go majority blue pie chart. I'm going to show y'all both of those ways. Now, of course, the blue-red pie chart, he is a two-way slashing playmaker. That's what he really is labeled as. So the blue-red will definitely give you more of a two-way slashing and defense type of a build, of course. But you're going to also get a good amount of playmaking badges as well. And it will give you +2 more speed than just the blue slashing pie chart. But, like I told y'all, I was saying earlier, the dunks and the layups will not be as high. Because you do want to make your build as tall as possible. So you will have to sacrifice a couple inches of height. That is the only thing. You will have to sacrifice a couple inches of height when you make him a small forward. So he's going to be 6'9". Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And when you do that, a lot of your attributes are going to drop down, but you do want to have the height, a taller player with the length. The fact of the matter is you can't be 6'11 on here and have the same effect as Giannis. Essentially, you're going to have to be able to reach 99 to reach your full potential and get those boosts from the Gatorade facility or get the gym rat badge so you can get those training boosts. You're going to have to get all those so your speed can go up and be what it's supposed to be. Once you can get that, then you'll be more on par to being skilled like Giannis. Now, just like I said with the other pie chart, the blue and red pie chart, the layup is a little low to have a Giannis build. That's 82. If you have a Giannis type of a build, your dunk needs to be crazy. Your layup needs to be crazy. You know, you can still have the other badges as far as playmaking and defensive badges. You can add those. But like I told y'all, as long as you have the arm length, as long as you have the solid height, as long as you have the athleticism, you will be able to play some defense. And as long as your playmaking is up, you're going to get enough playmaking badges because you do not need that many playmaking badges for this build. It's only really a few that you need because you're not a point guard. You're not really a point guard. I guess you're kind of a point forward, but you're not going to get the same amount of badges as a point forward than you would as a small forward. So that's also going to be useful when you're adding badges. So as you see, 6'9", 79 speed. That's cool right there because like I said, you're going to get your +4 on the speed from doing the Gatorade facility. So it's going to be like an 83. You can go buy speed boost. You can buy all that. The weight you're going to want to put at like 240 something. Why not get more interior defense because you are going to be kind of playing big down there. Of course, max out the wingspan. That's what Giannis is known for having super, super long arms. It's going to allow you to get some more blocks. You feel me? Of course, slashing takeover. Slashing takeover is overpowered. Now, who are you similar to? Kawhi Leonard and Jimmy Butler. That's cool. You are a finisher. Only reason they're naming Kawhi Leonard and Jimmy Butler because they're all small forward builds and you just made a small forward. So they're not going to make you similar to Giannis, who is listed as a power forward on this game, but honestly can play small forward and was a small forward, you know. So keep that in mind. When you're 6'9", that's tall enough. That's taller than Kawhi Leonard. That's taller than Jimmy Butler. Michael Porter himself is like 6'10", so you're not far off. So up next, you want to add the correct badges. Now, some of this stuff is subjective. When I tell y'all this is the best way to make the Giannis build, it also depends on how you play. But you do have to keep in mind that you're playing in the park, and you cannot be a liability in the park. Now, of course, you want to have contact finisher Hall of Fame. Of course, you want to have fancy footwork Hall of Fame. That's how you're going to get those hop step dunks. Of course, you want to have relentless finisher Hall of Fame. Those are the three that he had Hall of Fame. Acrobats going to help you out. And then if you can add any more, that's all of those. Now, shooting, you're going to want to have, I know Giannis doesn't have catch and shoot, but when you're in the park and you have a low three, you need to have catch and shoot on goal. You need to have corner specialists on because you are able to hit corner threes with like a 43 on here. So trust me, you do not want to be somebody that just gets left open and somebody else gets double teamed the whole game when you don't have the ball in your hand. So keep that in mind. Quick draw on bronze. Now, you can put quick draw on silver if you want to. Drop corner specialist a little bit, but you're going to be getting catch and shoots. You're not going to be just pulling up. Now, quick first step and, of course, downhill. You want quick first step because, like I said, your speed is not as fast as Giannis. So if you have quick first step on goal and you do have the ball, your first step will give you a nice little speed boost to kind of make up for not being as fast as the real Giannis. Now, of course, unpluckable, bailout. You could add whatever kind of badges you want outside of downhill, gold, and quick first step go, but you want to have those for sure, and probably even break starter because you're probably gonna be playing big, and you can get those outlet passes out to the guards or whoever you're playing with. Now, defensive badges, of course, you're gonna have clamps. That's like one of the most important badges. Of course, you want to have intimidator and rim protector to a certain extent. To a certain extent. Now, me personally, I like to have defensive leader on to give my team a boost. That is a big boost to all your teammates, especially if you're not playing with a lot of defensive builds. That helps. +4 in all those categories if you put it on Hall of Fame. But, you can change it in and out depending on how you like to play, who you're playing with, of course. You might not need it. You might actually really, really need it. Now, that's the blue-red pie chart. Now, the one that I lean to the most, the one I like the most, the one that I think is the best, is the all-blue slashing pie chart. Why? Because that's what Giannis does. That's kind of how y'all want to play. When y'all make a Giannis build, you assume that you're attacking the basket and you can't be stopped. That's how I look at it, at least. That's how it is when you play with Giannis. He attacks the basket. He really can't be stopped. So, of course, you want to have 95 driving dunk. Of course, you want to have the highest driving layup, which is at 93. Now, your close shot, you don't need to have your close shot that high up. 80 is good enough because, honestly, how many people take close shots? And a lot of the time when you take a close shot, it's an accident anyways. You get a very late and it still goes in because you're wide open. Of course, you want to have some playmaking badges because he's a two-way slashing playmaker. So you still want to have a good amount of playmaking badges. You still want to have a good amount of finishing badges. But you do need enough to have downhill for sure. That's the most important one that you need. But, get about 10 of them because you can have about 3 categories and trade them in and out. And like I said, quick first step is very useful. Definitely need some shooting badges out there. So definitely 7 is about enough because he doesn't have that many shooting badges anyways. Just really need catch and shoot. Corner spec because you're going to be in the corner. Now, defensive badges. Definitely want to go with the defensive rebounding up because you're going to be on the boards. You definitely want to have some lateral quickness, interior defense, and perimeter defense because he does play defense. And with that arm length, it's going to help you out a lot. It's going to help you out a lot. Now, I like to put the block up because he does get some blocks because of the arm length. If you're going to make your arms long, you might as well put your block up so you can get deflections, make blocks, and that's going to be the way you're going to get most of your steals. You're not going to have to really put your steals up because you can rip people really easily on this game with a very, very low steal. So, of course, you're going to put the weight to like 240. That's going to help. And then you're going to put your wingspan, max it out. You're going to get more block, slash, and takeover. Of course, now you're similar to Tobias Harris, Brandon Ingram, and LeBron James. Who doesn't want to be similar to LeBron James? That's pretty much one of the best players you could be similar to. Like I said, it probably would say Giannis if he was listed as a small forward on this game, but he could go both ways. Now remember, as you get to 99, everything gets a +4. So your driving dunk is gonna go crazy. Your driving layup is gonna be insane. It's over like 9. It's gonna be in the high 90s. Contact finisher, acrobat, fancy footwork, Hall of Fame, relentless finisher, Hall of Fame. And then the last one I will put on, I know I put on back down punisher in this video, but I will put on slithery finisher. Slithery finisher is going to get you buckets. With all those Hall of Fame badges and those very, very high attributes, especially when you get in takeover. Now, when you get in takeover, you will be like Giannis out there. Because keep in mind, you get +10 to your main build pie chart, Shooting, we know catch and shoot. We know corner spec. We know quick draw. Some of y'all might want flexible release because y'all don't 3-pointers a little bit low. That might help y'all out. If you need that, put it on. Playmaking, of course, we need downhill. That's the most important one. Then we need quick first step for sure. Then they can change up a little bit. I like to use bailout. I need bailout on my builds because that's gonna really bail you out of making a lot of bad passes. You can have unpluggable because your dribbling is not gonna be as high. And then, you are a big. Keep in mind, you are a power forward. You are a Giannis type build. So if you own the boards, break starter is going to be helpful. Now, you could definitely change that out for something else if you play a little bit differently. But I'm just telling y'all what I would do, Then up next, defensive badges. You want to have on rim protector because you're going to be down there. Clamps for sure. And then, intimidator is going to be nice because you're a small forward, man. So put on the right badges so you can go crazy. Now, this is the Giannis build that I would go with for the park and the rec. Keep in mind, you do need to be able to add a little bit extra to your Giannis build because, like I said, you can't be a liability for not being able to shoot, especially in the park and the rec. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn those notifications on. Until next time, man, Denski out.